Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 best Mystic champions in Marvel Contest of Champions as of 2021 summertime. So, before we get into the list, this is all my personal opinion and the criteria that I look for when I'm making this list. I'm just making it up as I go, but in my mind, when I think about it, I think of two main things. So the first thing is how good I think a character is based upon what I've seen, what I've heard, their abilities, the potential I think they have in the game. And then the second thing is my own personal hands-on experience, what I've played with these characters that I've played, and my experience with them, and where I've used them and where I think they're useful and better that use than perform better than other characters in certain scenarios, and blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, but again, totally my opinion. No one who's played this game is going to have the same experience because of our crystal pulls. That's determined, how much time we put into certain characters when we started playing, the characters available at the time, the content we cleared with those characters. Yes, everyone's unique, so everyone's going to look at these characters a little bit differently, which is really awesome. I think that's really cool about this game. So yeah, let's get into it. So coming in at the number 5 spot in the Mystic class, in my opinion, is Tigra. Now, Tigra is a very interesting one because she has the potential to be higher on the list. The problem is that she requires a very specific playstyle. I'd say Tigra is in the top 3 hardest characters to learn and master in MCOC. I think she's definitely in that top 3. So just on that sheer fact alone, it's harder to put her any higher than that because she does have such a high skill cap that it might be, because a character like that is so difficult to play and to learn. Not everyone's going to be playing her because some people just maybe they struggle to that play style to learn it, or they don't have the time to learn it, or they just don't want to learn it because it's like, why spend so much time doing that when I can just play Doctor Doom. And he's a lot easier to play and better anyway. So because of that reason, I can't really put her any higher for my opinion. But theoretically, if we have let's say MSD, I don't know if MSD is the best Tiger player, or if I don't think he's like the perfect Tiger player. I'm sure he still has a little bit of room to improve. But let's just say like MSD, let's say he's the best Tiger player, then yeah, I could put Tiger a little higher on the list because he's at a higher level of mastery. This character that in his hands, she is maybe a top 3 Mystic. But just for those reasons alone, I put her at the number 5 spot on my list, and I'm happy with that. So coming in at the number 4 spot, we actually have Sorcerer Supreme, which you might be surprised to see her this low on the list, but this come from not only my own opinion, but I've talked to some other people, talked to Taters about it, and yeah, it's where he kind of put Sorcerer as well. And I think Sorcerer is awesome. I've played the Sorcerer a lot more than other people have. I've used her so much in Alliance where I've soloed a bunch of war bosses with her. And yeah, I'd say I'm a pretty good Sorcerer player. So I have a lot of hands-on experience on this one. And I think she is a really good champion, but I think there's some more utility in the top 3 spots. Sorcerer is really cool. I find she does have some things that kind of hold her back, like no kind of any immunities. I feel like that she could really benefit from that. I think everyone else above her on this list has some sort of immunity, which is cool. She does have some energy resistance, which is cool, but that's only 2,000, which it helps, but it's not gonna make her an option for magic, but yeah, she is really cool. She has one of the coolest, I'd say it's one of the top 5 coolest abilities, maybe top 10 in the game. I really like it. It's her regeneration on block. She's able to regenerate 75% of the block damage that she takes when she has this passive regeneration, and that increases with the recovery mastery. I think you can get it up to 90% or something like that. there's a regen in and of itself, so you're able to get close to healing like 100% of the block damage that you take, and that is insane, man. That's kind of like perfect block, but just a little bit differently. You know, like you're still taking damage, but then you're instantly healing it back. But it's the same premise, and it works similarly, and it's so useful in Alliance War, man. You know, it basically just allows you to bait out heavy attacks, just take a ton of block damage, then boom, you heal it right back. You don't have to worry. So that's really cool. You know, she also has a really solid slow. She's probably the best Mystic slow champion in the game, which is really cool. Very useful. There's a lot of cosmic champions that have unstoppable, or you know, situations where you want to have that slow. Really cool. She's really controllable as well, which I really do like. Like, you know, if you want to change phases, you know, you drop a heavy attack, you can change. And yeah, I really like the way that she works and just how much you can take control of her character. I think that's really cool. And I think she's a really solid champion, but there's just some other champions that can do a little bit more and have a little bit more going on. I decided to put above her. So coming in at the number 3 spot, I never thought I'd be saying this. Did not expect this to happen. Diablo. So this is another situation where I'm going solely upon only one bit of criteria based on what I've heard, what I've seen, and base abilities. I have 0 hands-on experience with the newly buffed Diablo, but from what I've seen, he's insane. I watched both of Brian Grant's videos, and I was thoroughly impressed. I also talked to Taters again, where he'd put Diablo, and he was saying number 3, and I really do trust Taters, so I can agree with him. Like I said, don't have a whole lot of hands-on experience on this one, but from what I've seen, I'm really impressed with Diablo, and I really want him. He's definitely on my top 5 list for champions that I want as a 6-star now. I'm really hoping that he's in the next 6-star featured with my boy Hercules. I'd love to pick them both up. Really impressed with his regeneration, with his poison damage, with his whole, you know, after you use the first special 3, you can't even use another one. So with Mystic Dispersion in certain matchups, it's just ridiculous. You don't even have to worry about getting pushed to the special 3, which is the worst part about Mystic Dispersion on, you know, Mystic Champs where you don't want to be using that special 3. Like, Kabam did a phenomenal job with this guy's buff. Like, it was pretty crazy. It's funny because, like, I remember when Diablo came out. He came out, it was 2019, I think. I remember he came out in January with Thing. It's Diablo and Thing, and he was just so trash. And then characters started getting buffed, like Maw got buffed, Call Obsidian, Torch, like with these value updates or whatever. But they never touched Diablo. They never were like, yo, what about Diablo? That dude sucks. And they just didn't touch him. I didn't think he was gonna get buffed, and then he went from 0 to hero, man. This dude is so good now. It's just awesome, man. I'm really happy with the state of Diablo, and I really hope I can get my hands on a 6-star. As you see here, I do have a 5-star. Do I have a Mystic Awakening gem? I do. I should take this guy to rank 5 and have some fun with him. I think I will. I should get some more Mystic ISO. But yeah, that's awesome. Really excited to play with him more, and yeah, I think he deserves that top 3 spot based upon only from what I've seen and recommendation alone, which is kind of like even more impressive that he makes it just on that, to that number 3 spot. But coming in at the number 2 spot, we have a little lady named Black Widow Clairvoyant. So Clairvoyant's an interesting one for me, honestly. Like, when she first came out, I was all aboard the Claire train. I remember people were saying that, I think they were saying she didn't have good damage or something. A lot of people were hating on her when she first came out. And I remember making my CCP videos, and I was like, dude, like, this character is sick. Like, look at this regeneration that she can get. Like, look at this damage output that you can get set up, and it's actually good. Like, she's a beast. And I grind for an arena too. Like, if I grind for a champion, you know I think they're good. Like, that's how you know I really think a champion's good. If I'll actually grind for them in arena when they first come out. It takes a lot for me to commit to a grind like that. So yeah, I really loved her, and I used her for a long time, but then I got the 6-star, and I haven't really had a desire to rank her up or anything. I don't know. I just, I don't see a whole lot of uses for anymore. Honestly, I was tempted to put Diablo at the number 2 spot, but without any hands-on experience, I just couldn't justify doing it. Claire is a beast, tried and true, but just lately, like I haven't really played her too much, and I haven't really had the desire to rank my 6-star up. Like I don't know, man. It's an interesting scenario. She is a beast though. With her awakening ability, she can get some cheap death. It's not even close to like Corvus's or Hercules, but it can be useful for sure. She's got crazy regen. She's got triple singular immunities that you can have active at one time. So, and you can change that any time, which I like. I really do like how controllable she is to play. You know, you can just switch your modes for whatever you need. You need bleed immunity? Okay, switch to the bleed mode. You need some regen? Okay, switch to the bleed mode. Just drop special 2. You need more damage? Switch to the incinerate mode and deal some damage, you know? You need some power control, switch to the poison phase and drop special 2, and boom, you steal some power. So I really like that aspect of how controllable she is. I wish there was a way to be able to trigger like multiple different modes at once and get like multiple effects on the same special 2. I wish there was a way to like maybe a certain playstyle to build it up and then to get it for like 20 seconds or something like that. I feel like that'd be really cool. I kind of hate how you only have one at a time. You know, like some scenarios you want multiple immunities, or here I'll give you an example. Here, you're fighting a Human Torch with Claire, and it's possible, but you have to get lucky. It's RNG based because you need to do 2 combos to switch to your Incinerate immunity, and in those 2 combos, you can just die. Like you can literally just die from hitting him, and you can get Noble Flames on you, and it's not a fun time. Another cool thing would be if she had maybe like a pre-fight ability where you could select which phase you want to start in, similar to what Sorcerer Supreme has. I just feel like, yeah, I wish Claire had some more stuff like that. But even still, she is still an awesome champ, and I think most people in the community believes that she's like the second best Mystic champ. Some people actually say she's better. She's the best. I really don't think that. I think there's no way. I think the best Mystic champ in the game is just so undisputed at this point. Like no one can come close. Speaking of the number 1 best skill champ in the game, Dr. Doom. So yeah, man, everyone knows Dr. Doom's the best. Like again, except for those a couple people that want to say Claire's better. I mean, hey, if you have Claire and Dr. Doom as a 6-star, maybe yes, let's say you have them both at rank 3 and you have some extra Mystic Cats and you want Claire to be your first rank 4, go for it, man. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you to stop. It's your account. You do what you want. But I would never do that. I would never do that. I think Doom is just superior to Claire in utility, in damage, and what's most important, prestige. It's not most important, but it is important. And yeah, I feel like Dr. Doom is actually probably going to be the most rank 4'd champion for first rank 4s. I feel like we're going to see him more than anyone. When we get those first rank 4 materials, because Doom is just such a beast. He's got the whole package, man. He's got damage, he's got utility, he's got prestige, like he's got insane base stats. Like this guy's base block proficiency. What is it? It's over 70%, man. That is so strong. He's got critical resistance, so if you mess up, you get hit. You don't even get critted. Like he's got so much going on. It's honestly ridiculous how good Doom is. And what makes me laugh is people were so underwhelmed by Doom when he first came out. Like, and that's mind-boggling to think now. Like Dr. Doom, same as he is, he never got buffed, he never got nerfed. Like, but people didn't like him when he first came out because like the bar was set so extremely high for Dr. Doom, and I feel like Dr. Doom he's hit that bar now, but he just didn't hit it in the way that people were expecting him to, and because the Doom cycle wasn't like known right away. But I feel like once people started to learn the Doom cycle, then everyone kind of got aboard the Doom train, and Abyss helped as well. Abyss helped Doom and Torch really rise up a bit more, I'd say, because people saw how good they really can be. I think Abyss kind of let them shine a bit more. But yeah, that's the Mystic list. As far as honorable mentions go, we do have a couple of them. Morningstar's honorable mention. I think she's probably the only Mystic champion I think that could be in competition with Doctor Doom for the best Mystic champion, but only when she's at 5 souls. Only when she's at 5 souls. If Morningstar was like always at 5 souls, like she started at 5 souls and had all that, then I could see an argument for Morningstar to be the best Mystic champ. But because of her ramp up, she's not even close to top 5. Like I hate her ramp up so much. In the right scenarios, when you are able to get her ramped up without too much of a problem, and you have her at 5 souls, yeah, she's totally awesome. I love her at 5 souls, but I absolutely hate that it takes, like, you can only build 1 soul per fight. Like, if you could build multiple souls per fight, that'd be way better. But yeah, that's really holding Morningstar back. Magic, I really wanted to get Magic on the top 5 list, but there just wasn't enough spots. She's such a beast. It's crazy because of how old Magic is, dude. Magic is like a grandma in this. She's like a great granny in this game compared to like these new Mystic champions, and she is still relevant. She is still relevant to this day. Her power lock on Special 2 is nearly unmatched. So yeah, Magic is a beast, and she keeps getting more and more synergies too, which is cool. Another honorable mention I have is Dragon Man. This dude is so sick. It's really awesome seeing what Dragon Man can do. I really enjoy watching Dragon Man gameplay. He's all around a really good character on offense and on defense. He's a really good defender as well. I really love that dude. Another honorable mention, Symbiote Supreme. This guy, one of my favorite champs in the entire game. I say my 3 favorite champs in the entire game are like are Stark Spidey, Human Torch, and probably Symbiote Supreme. This dude is just so cool. Like, if you actually think about it, it's Doctor Strange with the Venom symbiote, or I'm not sure if it's Venom, but with a symbiote. Like, that is so badass. Like, that is so cool. Really love this dude. It sucks that his usefulness has fallen off a bit. He's still really good at what he does, but other Mystic champions are just able to do so much more in so much more matchups that he just doesn't make the top 5 anymore. And Dr. Voodoo, did I say Dr. Voodoo? Dr. Voodoo is a beast. I feel like Dr. Voodoo is actually getting a bit more used now and a bit more talked about now, which is good. I want to keep hearing more and more about him. And then the other honorable mention I want to give out was to Longshot. Longshot's a beast, man. He actually has like insane damage potential. I remember when Longshot first came out, using the rank 3, I was just absolutely flabbergasted at the damage that a 5-star rank 3 Longshot was capable of doing. Like, I thought he was going to be the best Mystic champion in the game back then when I saw the damage on just what a rank 3 was capable of. Like, it was mind-boggling. It's crazy. And he's still an absolute beast. He's just lacking in that raw Mystic utility that, you really look for in a lot of characters, like power control. He doesn't have any of that, that sort of thing. But yeah, he is really cool in what he can do. And there's some scenarios where he's by far the best character for it. But yeah, that is going to do it for the top 5 Mystic champions in Marvel Contest Champions. In Lagacy's opinion, Dr. Doom does reign supreme. Glad to have Doom at rank 3 as well. Need to get a Mystic Awakening gem for him, or hopefully just pull him. I'd love to just pull him naturally, get that dupe. That'd be pretty cool. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, agreed with me on any point, I would appreciate dropping a thumbs up. If you disagreed, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. Where do you specifically? I'd love to hear what you think about Diablo and where you rank him in the top 5. Let me know that in the comment section down below. That's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.